If you're unaware and you're an Amazon Prime member, you can actually get free games using Twitch Prime. And every month they release 4 games, which are pretty unique. And in this series, I go over 4 of them, give my rating of my personal opinion, and then kind of go back and review why you may want to pick up this game if you disagree with my rating. The caveat with the July ones are a lot of these games were very long. So I didn't get too much time to beat a lot of them, but I think I got a good gist to kind of give an opinion and review them. So anyways, let's get started with Download or Not. Like I mentioned, there was 4 long games this month, and it was very exciting, especially that there was 2 of them from Team 17, which is a publisher I like a lot. So let's get into the first game, which is For the King, which came out April 19th, 2018, and had a Metacritic score of 78%. This is a RPG turn-based strategy game, and it was actually very fun. It had the hexagonal movement, so when you're at 1 square, you can go to 6. And how the game goes is you take turns moving. This is either a co-op game or single player, and I will note this is on the Switch, which is kind of important for the graphics. So you could play with 3 players or actually remove a player. I stuck with 3 on my time playing. This game started with a warning, basically saying it was going to be hard. And like most times, I kind of ignored this, but this game is actually challenging. So how level selection works here is you kind of pick a board, and then you can go through there. And each board kind of has a dungeon and stuff like that. So this is very unique. And again, I mentioned it was for the Switch. This style works really well on portable. Also, the graphics really stood out to me. They had this clunky, blocky looking, but it worked really well. I actually enjoyed it a lot. Even fighting the enemies looked well. I was amazed because I thought it had an odd style at first, but it grew on me a lot throughout this game. So yeah, you can pick the realms to pick. And if you died in your realm, you had to start over. So again, back to the challenging of this game. And it was very unique. You had to share items. So if you won a battle, you could kind of give the money to one character, split it between everybody. And you only had items you had to give to specific characters. In order to trade, you had to be on the same block. So there's a lot of rules here. I won't go into all of them, but this was fun. Some of the annoyance I had was RNG of this. You kind of had a random roll of how far you can move. Hopefully you can move 5 spaces, but a lot of times you might get a roll of 1. And even in battle, you picked a move and you had 3 chances to get it right. There was higher percentages on certain moves, so a lot of moves you kind of always got 3, but your bigger ones, it was kind of hard to get it to be effective. So that could have been kind of annoying. But overall, with the art style, the play, this was unique. I had a lot of fun. I recommend downloading this game. Just be prepared that this is a hard game. Despite the blocky look, you're going to be challenged. And the random roll could be a pain, but other than that, I really enjoyed this game. So, after that, I ended up playing the Koltes Simulator, which came out in May 31st, 2018, and had a Metacritic score of 71%. This was a simulation game, but I paused on the game because it was a weird card game version. You kind of had these cards that had timers, and you had them to place into these tokens, which did stuff. So you either had work, dream, sleep, and then idea. And you kind of put cards there, and then you would have to wait, and then you got new cards back out. The weird part about this game, it threw you in the deep end fast. When you start a new game, it just started you in a game. And you had to figure it out, and it was very confusing for me at first. It was just like you're trying to drag, oh, I can't put this card here, so I'll try the other one. And eventually you started picking up. Then it was just, to me, got very repetitive. I felt like I finally got a hold of the game, and then I realized I didn't have any hearts or health, and I ended up dying from sickness at the end. The graphics were actually kind of cool. You could zoom in and out the board and move things around. It is a card game, so don't expect to be wowed by them. But anyways, like, how I ended up dying was I ended up kept working and working and working and working, and I was trying to get these other cards, but then I lost the health and died. This is a very narrative-based game, so there isn't really much there. The story's in the text, but you're kind of just dragging cards. So I recommend not downloading this. This just did not hold my interest. I played 2 games, and I just couldn't get into this. Like I said, it's not really a game. It's a card game, so it wasn't even really a simulator to me. You kind of need a lot of imagination in order to enjoy this game, and there's a lot of waiting around to get the next thing. Next up, Team 17, a game I never got to play and always wanted to play, The Escapist, which came out February 13th, 2015, and had a Metacritic score of 71%. The genre of this is basically strategy, where you're in jail and you have to escape. That's the whole concept of the game. So it's kind of an open-ended game. It's just you pick the first level, or any level for that fact, and you start by doing your normal routine in prison, figuring out how the prison works, and then gather enough stuff to escape. And you can escape multiple ways. You can kind of try to dress up as an officer, steal keys, make copies of keys, cut the fence. There's kind of an endless possibility. For me, this got repetitive after a while. I was trying to figure out how to play, and I got to like day 13. I was kind of just doing the routine of the prison. Wake up, go to roll call, eat breakfast, free time, work, free time, dinner, sleep, and repeat. So I actually felt like I was in jail for the game. I guess I give it credit for that. But the problem is it was a hard reset when you got caught. If you got into a fight with someone and you had contraband, which is banned items, so I had like soap in a sock as a weapon, that got taken away. So anytime you get caught, you kind of almost have to reset. They'll search your cell and take any bad items. There's not much of a story here. It's basically you pick a level and escape. That's very simplistic. The tasks were kind of repetitive. It was like, oh, beat up this guy for me, or steal this back. There wasn't much to do there to earn money. And it was hard to figure out the methods. Like, I was playing the first one that was very easy, and I was seeing how people actually beat it. And, like, the standard way is, like, you have to get the key from the third guard, make a copy of it with putty, get the outfit, and so on. So it was like, I would never piece that together playing normally. But there, like I said, there's other ways. There's vents you can escape through. Other than that, I did like the graphics. I like the old school look for that. And I also enjoyed the concept, but I would still recommend not a download. Again, the game was to escape jail, and that was it. There was nothing more to it. And like I mentioned, kind of gave the hit, the jail cycle of just doing the daily stuff. Felt like I was in jail, so I wasn't really having fun. It was just I was stuck in jail. So that was that recommendation there. Lastly, Yooka-laylee was the last game, which came out April 11th, 2017. It had a Metacritic score of 73%. And this is the first Twitch game since I've been doing this series that was actually a kid's game. I was actually excited to see this. This is your normal kids platformer style game. And you may remember this game as being crowdfunded by the people that created BanjoKazooie. The graphics were a huge improvement. They still had kiddie look to it, but it was still good graphics. And this hit my nostalgia a lot. That's why I like that they upgraded the graphics, because it looked clean, but it still felt like I was playing a 64 game. They had a 64-bit mode, and you're seeing that here. Do not change to that. Whatever you do, if that's how games looked, I remember playing some 64 games. I don't remember them that bad. Don't go to that. Just stick to the new and have your nostalgia. Remember the 64 being these beautiful graphics. But like I said, the other thing that brought nostalgia back in a bad way was the controls. I had a little camera issue here. And this felt like the old BanjoKazooie problems I used to have when I was a kid. So the controls were kind of still in the style. A little polished, but that was some of that. But other than that, I enjoyed this game a lot. I was having fun. There's a co-op mode, so someone could be Laylee the bat, and you could have your kid play if you have a kid. So this was kind of fun. Some of the jokes there were kind of on the adult side. I know this was kids' game, but you talk to Trousers, who is the snake that's wearing pants, and that didn't sound right. And then this very awkward plant thing when you turn there did not sound right to me at all. So they're trying to push that, but it was overall a funny game once I got past that. Kind of questionable for having a kid in there, but at least it would entertain you if your kid was playing. Hopefully the jokes go over top their head. But anyways, I do recommend this as a download. Again, this hit my nostalgia a lot, so if you're around the 64 time, play BanjoKazooie, you're going to love this game and enjoy it, and it's free. You may not finish it, but you'll enjoy it. It will hit that memory for you. It's kind of on the easy side. Again, it's kind of marketed as a kid's game, but I was thoroughly entertained even though it was more easy. So anyways, those are my opinions. So let's go back through them and kind of say why you would get or not get these games. So here we got For the King. Again, the cool style, the art style was interesting. I enjoyed that. It was fun, and you had a lot of strategy in this, and it was a hard game. Cons would be the hard. That could off-put people because, like, you could die in 20 minutes on the first level, and it's turn-based. I know some people don't like turn-based games. Koltes Simulator. The pro was, there was a unique narration there, and it was a unique style of a game. I wouldn't call it a card game, but it had a unique style. The con, I kind of already drilled this game to the ground enough, but you need a good imagination to get into the story. That'll be the summary of the con there. The Escapist. It was a cool puzzle game, and it had replay value since you could escape multiple ways. I could see this being kind of a speedrun type game after a while, and I saw some records for that. The cons to me, there was no content. It was just, you're in jail. Here's the next level. You're in jail. And you just escape. Like, it's in the name of the game, so I don't know what else I expected, but that was the con to me. Yooka-laylee, blast from the past. That's the pro there. Like, you're just going to have fun with that. And it kind of made nostalgia fun. Another pro, it's a kid's game. But, again, that's the con. I know some people probably watching this aren't into kid games, so you probably won't like that. And you'll get some of the controls that you used to hate with the N64 with this. So there you have it. There was 4 new games. 2 of them I definitely recommend, Yooka-laylee and For the King, if you had to make a decision and had low hard drive space. Other than that, please like and subscribe to the channel and definitely ring the bell for more video game content. I hope you enjoyed this. This is Roger from Almost Full Color signing out.